Hello everybody, welcome back for video number 3 on week number 1. This video's topic is going to be the connection with our gut health and our metabolism to our hormones. So before we get started, I just want to kind of mention that in this program, will be kind of taking a holistic approach. So what that means is I view our body and our health, both physical, mental, all as one. So in order to be in this place of our hormones working well and happy, we need to think about our body and our mind and our spirit and all of these different things, and know that what's going on in our stomach may have some connection to what's going on in our brain and what's therefore going on in our hormones. So all of these body systems are intertwined. So just keep that in mind as we go through the program, that we're not just going to be talking about hormones. It's what else influences them, or what else they influence. So a lot of times with hormonal problems, that's not necessarily the root cause. It's more so a symptom because of a greater root cause. But again, we want to get all of these things fixed and straightened out, so that way we are feeling our best and we can live a happy and healthy life. So that aside, I will get into our topic a little bit more. So the first one I wanted to talk about is our gut health and give a little intro on that as we get into our program. So I'm sure many of you guys have heard the term gut health. It's a pretty popular and trendy thing in the health and wellness space, and I'm actually love that because of how important it is. So our gut has been referred to as our second brain. It's been referred to as our immune system. Our gut actually holds about 80% of our immune system. When we think about gut health, we're not just thinking about our stomach, but we're thinking about our intestines as well. How we absorb nutrients, how we excrete them, all of these things play a role in what our gut health is. So if our gut is out of whack and not working well, then that makes it hard to digest and absorb nutrients. And as you'll learn in this course, nutrients are super important to the way our bodies function and how we make and excrete our hormones. So if we're not able to digest and absorb those nutrients, then how can we properly fuel those hormones to do their job properly? So with that, our hormones do need some certain specific nutrients to function, certain ones being certain nutrients, but for the most part, you can't go wrong with getting an abundance of vitamins and minerals, things like that. But just as an example, for thyroid health, you need selenium, you need magnesium, things like that. So if you're, unaware of that and you happen to never consume these foods, or maybe you don't supplement if you're not consuming those foods enough, that could be something that would make your symptoms feel a lot better just by getting those nutrients. But again, you could be eating those foods and you could be taking those supplements, but if your gut health isn't working optimally, you're not going to absorb those nutrients either. So gut health plays a huge role in the way that our hormones are working. We also need to talk about the bathroom part of things as well, because that has to do with hormone detoxification. So when we are going to the bathroom and having bowel movements, that is a huge way that we are detoxing and excreting excess hormones. So if we have issues with that, we may be holding in these hormones that our body's trying to get rid of and then getting backed up, and that's not good either. So that could be an issue for hormone imbalance as well. So we, again, need to make sure our gut health is working properly so we can absorb the nutrients that provide for our hormones, but also so we can detox the hormones that have already been put to use and the body needs to get rid of them. So gut health is going to be super important as we go through the weeks and get into some of the nutritional topics that will come up more as well. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Another thing that we're going to talk about is metabolism. So with our metabolism, there's definitely a connection to the thyroid. So the thyroid gland is a butterfly-shaped gland that's kind of here in this area here, and that is known as our body's thermostat. So it controls our internal body temperature, which has a huge metabolic connection. So there's something called basal body temperature, which is when we first awake in the morning, you have your basal body temperature, and that can oftentimes be a huge indicator to thyroid issues. So if you're someone that's having a super, super low internal body temperature, like low 96s, that can be an indicator of a thyroid issue, which therefore is going to affect your metabolism. So that is just kind of a good way to kind of know where you're at if you've never been diagnosed with a thyroid issue. That could be a little self-test that you do for low thyroid. Also, your thyroid can have with the metabolic connection, have an impact on your weight then. Your energy, again, that can affect your digestion as well, and so many other organs in the body. So there is really big connections between our hormones and how our metabolism works, how all these different, body functions go together as one. So that is a little intro to that stuff, which again, we'll be talking about more each week.